Hi, I'm Eric from my phone and welcome to another video. Today we're getting back into Måneskin with listening to an actual whole album from them. I haven't done that before, and I do not know why. I guess I never got around to it. I really was liking listening to them live, seeing them perform, seeing their music videos, getting into individual songs, but I think it's now time to hear a complete body of work from them. Or at least a partially complete body of work, because we're listening to Teatro Volume 1 rather than it being, I guess, the whole Teatro. But it's been out for a while now, and I don't know when the second one is coming out. So we're just gonna go with this today. This video will be half reaction and half really just jamming out, because I know 5 of the 8 songs on here, so that is the majority. And I'm sorry that those parts of the reaction might not be as exciting, but I will listen to it front to back because I think that's the best way to have an album experience. But in terms of commentary on them, we'll probably gloss over them a little bit more because I have not listened to LIVIDI sui GOMITI, in Nome del Padre, and La Para del BUIO. And I do not have a good Italian accent, and I admit that, and I apologize. So those 3 songs are gonna be exciting for us today, and we'll dive into those a little bit deeper than the other songs that we know and love. But anyway, let's just get into it. Track number 1, ZITTI, BUONI, a song we know, a song we love. Let's hear it as the intro to the album. I'm already hyped. I don't like how much this chair squeaks, but I would be grooving if it didn't squeak. ZITTI, BUONI. Ow! Yeah. I love this breakdown here. Voila. Yes. Iconic. So that was ZITTI, BUONI, and what a way to start the album. It was my first introduction to them. It's how they won Eurovision. It's a great song. Solid today's rock song. Love it. Enjoyable. It's interesting because I haven't listened to the studio version in a while. I watched a lot of live performances and I really enjoyed those. And so hearing it a little more compressed, it feels a little different than I would otherwise probably feel while jamming into the song. I feel like the energy in their live performances for ZITTI, BUONI in particular does hit different than just the regular song. Although I do still like the regular song. I think it does really give a good sense of who they are, and now that we're here, we can see where they move on from it. Track number 2, CORALINE or CORALINE, whichever one you want to say, because they say both in the song. I have heard this song and I've seen performances of it, notably the San Remo one, which was amazing, probably my favorite performance that Måneskin's ever done. So yes, I know the song well, so we're gonna hear it again in the context of the album. CORALINE, 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 CORALINE. I can hear our bird vibing to the song. And now we've done our shift. I love it when Ethan comes in with the drums. Yes. Oh, those drum fills. Ethan really drives this part of the song. Yes, that electric guitar fill. Yes. Thank you. So that was CORALINE, CORALINE, and that was good. As we know, we didn't expect anything less. It's gorgeous. I'm still gonna prefer the San Remo version, obviously, because what an impactful performance. Yeah, I think that performance really did it justice in terms of like, wow, this is so emotionally charged, and the violins, like, oh my god, yes. I do think it's interesting that we shift from the ZITTI, BUONI, we're gonna have fun and say what we want, and then we go into this very emotional song. Yeah, I guess it does fit with the title of the album, which I think translates to Theater of Anger. And so, yeah, I think CORALINE is definitely a song that is both about sadness and anger and a lot of emotions. And it is a very theatrical song, even though I think the subject matter is deeply personal to them, so I don't want to just diminish it to just the idea of theater, but it definitely is very impactful. It's very dramatic, but appropriately dramatic. I do wonder if we're going to continue the sense of whiplash within the track listing, or if we're going to find an overall flow to it, because all the rest of the songs, they alternate between songs I know and songs I don't know. So we'll see how the track list ends up flowing. Track number 3 is Lividi sui Gomiti. My apologies again, I don't know Italian, but if you'd like to give me a little quick lesson, I'm happy to be enlightened down in the comments below. Ooh, yes. We still have some electric guitar moment. Ooh, I love how atmospheric this feels. I feel like I'm in a stadium. Oh, he feels like he's just rapping and spitting bars here. Ooh, where are we gonna go with this? Damiano, where are you taking us? Lividi sui Gomiti. Oh my god. Wait, was that the chorus? And now... He sounds almost like an Italian Eminem. Oh, you sped it up. Oh, you just gonna scream for us? Oh, succinct ending. So that was Lividi sui Gomiti. Oh my god. Love that. I understand why it's not a single, because there's a lot of expletives thrown around there, and I don't mind that in the music I choose to just listen to on my own time. But I understand why the radio might not vibe with it as much. The song is really an FU anthem where they're saying we grew up with bruises on our elbows. I think that's what the Lividi sui Gomiti translates to. And we don't give up about you and your clique that you eat, pray, and throw up with. Wait, that rhymes. Okay. Even though that's the English, click and with, roughly. But yeah, this song is a song just to get angry and feel catharsis with. Damiano says it's a tale of revenge, a hymn for revenge. It doesn't make me angry, but if I'm feeling any feelings of anger, it allows me to express it through song. I think the song really exemplifies Teatro di Era. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna listen to this again. It might be my new favorite Måneskin song, honestly. I really, really vibed with it. Track number 4 is I Wanna Be Your Slave. Different vibe from Lividi sui Gomiti. All right. It's a song I know. It's not my favorite song from Måneskin, but I do still enjoy it. Wanna be your master, run like roller coaster. I just wanna amuse ya. Who's searching for redemption? Ciao. If you want to use me, I can be your puppet. If you wanna be a slave, I wanna be a master. Iconic. So that was I Wanna Be Your Slave, a song we've heard, a song we enjoy, and honestly, it was more of a good roller coaster ride this time around. I don't know why. I think just because, and I've said this before, but just it being focused on that I want to be your slave, I want to be your master. Slavery has a lot different connotations here in the United States. And so, I don't know, I feel some sort of just discomfort with it at some points. And so that's why I think I don't vibe with the song, at least when I'm like thinking about the songs, because it's literally in the title. But the song is catchy. It's a fun roller coaster ride. He does not stop singing except for those guitar instrumentals, but he's going fast. It is catchy. It is something you want to rock out to. I get it. But for some reason, I think just those connotations, I don't vibe with them as much than some other songs from Måneskin that similarly are catchy. For example, I think Mamma Mia and I Want to Be Your Slave are very similar vibes, but Mamma Mia doesn't do anything that makes me feel uncomfortable. I think that's what it is for me. Track number 5 is in NOME or in NOME del PADRE. Again, I do not know even how Italian should be pronounced, let alone these specific words. Okay, but we got a good rock feel to this one too. Ooh, I like that syncopation. Oh, so we're rapping again? This song and LIVIDI do give Beastie Boys energy. Oh, I like how it cut it out. Okay. Oh, getting into yelling mode. Are his vocal cords okay after recording this? I don't know, this somehow gives me eyes closed, even though normally I think of those with quiet numbers. Ooh, love that. That was in Nome del Padre, or In the Name of the Father. And wow, I like that one too. I like this type of Måneskin. I didn't know we had this type of Måneskin hidden on this record. And I'm pleased that the songs that weren't the singles are still songs that I will actively enjoy. I feel like that tends to happen. The deep cuts are always the best cuts. Nome del Padre, much like the LIVIDI su GOMITI and ZITTI BUONI, they fit in those same vibes of being very angry and rebellious and wanting to stand up for oneself. The song seems less about trying to stand apart from a clique and telling off a clique, but more telling off people who said they have to study or had to do other things or they need to pick a genre lane. It's another FU anthem, but just two different people. Reading the lyrics, this one seems to be directed at more recent adversaries and recent annoyances, as in once they have gotten to fame, they feel this way towards people. And I find that interesting as someone who really loves looking at how musicians adapt their public image or mediate their public image through the music that they actually put out, not just their statements or anything, just the exact music that they put out. I always love when they do that. And I know it's often when they are dealing with struggles, so I don't love that for them, but it's very interesting just as a music listener and a music reviewer and a music reactioner and whatever other titles you want to ascribe to me. Yeah, it's really interesting. I like this song too. It's not as catchy to me as LIVIDI su GOMITI, but I still really vibe with it. The instrumentation is wonderful for it. I like that they're saying we're not picking a genre lane, nor am I asking Måneskin to. But even though you don't always know what type of song you're gonna get with Måneskin, you know it's gonna be good. So I'm not gonna complain. Track number 6 is For Your Love, a song we've heard. And a song might be my favorite song from them if we don't try to factor in new ones that we haven't heard today. Because LIVIDI su GOMITI, I've only heard it once, but I really love that one already. For Your Love is my favorite one that I've seen otherwise. So let's hear it within the context of the album. Yes, let's get into it. You look at night, make you go wild. And I wanna swing between your thighs. Night, for your love, I'll do whatever you want. For your love. Damiano singing that line gets me every time. Yes, drum and guitar break. They're always good. I'll give you what you want. That was For Your Love, and I enjoyed it. As always, it's a good time. I don't know why. I think because Måneskin is different than what I normally listen to. I don't listen to a ton of rock. And I don't always listen to a bunch of male voices in music either. So I think they just haven't gotten into my full rotation yet, just because they don't always fit in with everything. So I don't always listen to the song or really a ton of Måneskin, but I do really love it when I do. And so that's something for me to work on, integrating them more. But the song is lovely as always, and I enjoyed hearing it. They always do like the best performance for this too. So I really can't complain. The studio sounds really good though. It doesn't make me miss the live performances, but I do also really like the live performances. It's nice to have both. Track number 7 is La Para del BUIO, a song I have yet to hear, and the last song on this album that I have yet to hear. So I'm in for a treat. Okay, he's actually singing on this one. That single strumming couldn't last forever. This groove though, I vibe with this too. Wow, every time they break down that guitar. Oh, I feel like we've broken it down. It feels a little slower now. Oh, I don't know. This is taking me somewhere else. Oh, we're ending with just his voice. Wow, he can hold a note. So that was La Para del BUIO, and that was an exciting song as well. I didn't dislike it either. I have a less strong connection to it than the other 2 new ones, but I think that could be a mix of we're later in the album, and also my roommate is making a lot of noise, so I was trying to sometimes pace out what I was saying and listening to, and so it did interrupt some of the flow of the song. So if in my final ranking it seems like it's a lot higher for some reason, that's why, is that when I listened to it later, it got better. But the song is very interesting. It's not an FU anthem, which I think also puts it in a different light than the other 2 songs that are new today for me, because it's talking about his fear and anxieties and how he's going about life. And he says, do all these horrible things to me, but I'll never be afraid of the dark. Fear of the dark is what the title of the song translates to. I found it interesting that despite all these horrible things, he would not find fear, that he's going to be brave and courageous and really look forward. Again, that's just my general gist from looking up the lyrics and hearing it one time, kind of paused and spaced out. So again, my apologies, but that's gonna be my authentic reaction to that song. Track number 8, last track on this album, Ventani, a song we've heard, a song we've enjoyed. It's about being 20 and looking at the future, and ooh, get ready for an existential crisis. It also starts so slowly. That's a true closer type of song. This is the true eyes closed song. I love how this song evolves. Even though I don't know every single word, I can just feel that emotion of growing up. Yes, get that guitar. And I know I say it with every song, but it's the truth. I do not just love the guitar break. So that was Ventani, and what a way to close the album. I found out, I think, that this is the first song they actually released for the album. I thought it was ZITTI BUONI, and then with the success of ZITTI BUONI, they just released the rest of the album. But no, this actually all started here, I guess. And so that's so interesting, because they're starting with this emotional song. And I'm saying starting with this album. I know they had songs before that, obviously with Torna a Casa, everything that was with the muse, whose name I'm blanking on right now. It's Marlena, right? But yeah, Ventani is them talking about being only 20, and the fact that they are this young age still is ridiculous to me. The fact that I think I'm the same age as Damiano. I think I'm 22, almost 23. And so just the fact that I am in the same boot as them, and they have this life and I have my life. Interesting. But yeah, I like this song. It's a nice way to close the album with its themes of it still being very theatrical. It changes over time, but it's also dealing with the emotions, saying I don't want to end up like you, the people that they are basically telling off and other things, but also saying I'm only 20, so my emotions are sometimes going to get the best of me, as also seen in this album as well. So I think this song is actually, even though it's the first one that they write, seems to be the most mature that they go on the album. And I guess it makes sense that you would want to have an evolution over time. Starting with ZITTI BUONI, we're not going to listen to you, to Ventani, I'm only 20, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going, and kind of settling down at the end of this. This is probably the most calm song on the album. I thought we would have more calm songs in the deep tracks, but we don't. So I think that's very interesting how that is. I don't think I've really listened to a true rock album all the way through. And so as a result, I'm not used to the fact that you don't have to chill during a whole album. And I don't need to chill either, especially with this being like 30 minutes. I actually take that back because I did listen to Holy from Demi Lovato just on my own because I was like, there was a lot of songs. I didn't want to sit down for a whole reaction, but I really enjoyed the album. And yeah, I think listening to their music as well as Måneskin's, that'll help me issue in my new rock age in terms of the songs I want to listen to and readily listen to. And so I'm excited for that new chapter of my life. But yeah, I think this was a great way to close this album off. It ties it neatly and you can feel the full momentum, but it does chill out because it is still a ballad at the end of the day. With that said, we have finished this album, or at least volume 1 of it, and I really enjoyed it. I liked the vibes. The vibes are immaculate. We have some songs that are very sensual. We have some songs that are very angry, some songs that are very sad. There's all the emotions that you want in theater, as well as just anger itself represented here. I really enjoy it, and I think it's very interesting that if we're listening to these songs that were released post Teatro Volume 1, like Mamma Mia and Supermodel, I don't know if I would agree that they necessarily fit the vibe of this album. I guess they can just be a different installment within the same notion, but given the fact that Mamma Mia did come out pretty soon after this album did, this came out in March of 2021, so this came out before they won Eurovision, so that's interesting. I also didn't know that. It wasn't them rushing to get an album out that was supporting the success of their newly won Eurovision song, because it had not won yet. I don't even know if that was before they won Sanremo. Cannot tell you. But yeah, Mamma Mia and Supermodel, they could fit this vibe, but I don't know. It could also just be like, with the kicks from Arca, how we have just different things. If you are someone who watches both my Arca and my Måneskin videos, which power to you if you are, I don't know if we have a ton of crossover. Overall, however, I am excited to see if the volumes continue or if that's just a ditched idea. I don't think it's ditched. I don't think they would ditch it like that. Måneskin always seems to commit to the bit, and so I'm excited to see them commit to the bit. I overall really like the non-singles on the album, and I'm happy that I took the time to enjoy them as well as the rest of the album with you. Also, please let me know what other live performances or covers or whatever you want me to get into, because I have been trying to find more Måneskin. And since I am not someone who follows them closely, and also I don't live in the country that they're from, and so sometimes performances happen that I don't even know about because they're not on one of our main channels, and sometimes I have to go out of YouTube and go to Dailymotion or something else. So please let me know if there's any exciting performances that a lot of y'all are really loving. I would love to know. I feel like I haven't gotten a ton of recommendations on new stuff that they are performing, and I really want to stay up to date with them, so please let me know. With that said, here are some of my favorites. So the top tier, the songs I love, the standouts, the ones I've been playing over and over. Songs in the middle are songs I like. I'll add them to my playlist, but they might not be the top of the top. And songs at the bottom are just not really my thing. Doesn't mean they're a bad song, doesn't mean they can't be your favorite song. Just means it's not for me, and that's okay. Måneskin did not create this album for me in particular. This is also now your opportunity to see where I ranked songs that I've previously listened to, but how much do I actually like them? Now you know. If you like this video, please like it, comment down below, show if you to react to or do next on my channel. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already and you'd like to be. And thanks for watching. This is TurtleStormer. Catch you later. Get out of the dark and get into my heart. You gotta do your part for a brand new start. Don't it just feel right? Looking in my eyes, so till we see the light. Dance with me tonight. Think it's pretty.